Leavanny is one of the most underappreciated Pokemon to exist. Although it's not the strongest or even close to being considered excellent, Leavanny has a good number of valuable traits that not many Pokemon have. It has actual stats that aren't garbage, a move pool full of coverage and support, as well as abilities that, do something. Unfortunately, Leavanny's good traits just aren't good enough, as it's always been a Pokemon that was never granted the status of being good or even decent, unfortunately. And that's really a shame because not only is Leavanny an adorable Pokemon, but I see real potential in Leavanny. I see a Pokemon that can overcome an awful type combo by providing support and offensive prowess for a team. But if Leavanny wants to earn a spot on teams that aim to win, it will need some major buffs, especially in the stats. Speaking of stats, I just mentioned Leavanny has actual stats unlike most Pokemon, but sadly they just aren't good enough. Leavanny's attack and speed stat of 103 and 92 respectively are obviously decent of course, but it could be better. And despite how well-rounded Leavanny's bulk is, it's pretty much useless considering how terrible Bug Grass is as a defensive typing. So instead of trying to overhaul Leavanny's bulk, I decided just to bump every stat other than the special attack up by a considerable amount of points. With a new base stat total of 522, Leavanny now boasts an HP stat of 77, an impressive attack stat of 114, base 81 and 83 in both defenses respectively, a less than impressive special attack of 60, and a crucial speed stat of 108. Leavanny's attack power was never an issue due to its just barely average attack stat of 103, so I just decided to boost it up by a more respectable attack stat of 114. Meanwhile, I gave a bump to the overall bulk that could, keyword could, help Leavanny tank some hits while having more opportunities to do something. Although I considered making Leavanny a mixed attacker so it can better use the stellar special moves like Bug Buzz and Energy Ball, I oppose the idea, since Leavanny's move pool and new abilities I will be providing lean more towards a physical attacker that can do some support shenanigans. Sorry to all three Calm Mind Leavanny users out there. And finally, the speed stat. Giving Leavanny a speed stat of 108 allows it to outspeed a list of Pokemon who previously outsped and one-shot it. But no more, as now Leavanny is the one outspeeding and giving the one-shots, and its wrath knows no bounds, especially when its strong X-Scissors and Leaf Blades are being boosted by the Sharpness ability. Sharpness is a tremendous ability that allows cutting and slicing moves to receive a boost in power by replacing Swarm with Sharpness or allowing previously unobtainable one-shots to now be easy knockouts. Not only does this help Leavanny in battle, but it also allows me to correct my biggest mistake I made in my Sceptile video. It was foolish of me not to give Sceptile an ability that almost seemed tailor-made for it, yet I didn't. Maybe if I ever remake my Sceptile video, I can refix my mistake. But until that day comes, I will remedy my mistake by giving the Sharpness ability to another grass type that has capable slicing abilities. Another ability that would be good to replace with a better ability would be Overcoat for the Unburden ability. Overcoat is a good ability, but it's only excellent on a bulky Pokemon with a solid defensive typing. Something Leavanny's Bug Grass typing just isn't. But Leavanny makes up for bulk in both power and speed, so by giving it the ability to double its speed and gain more offensive opportunities will give Leavanny a distinct role from most bug types. And lastly, there's the Chlorophyll ability, which I did contemplate for a while but decided to not replace. Although it sounds counterintuitive for a Pokemon with a quad weakness to be in the sun, no other bug type has the ability, and with some new moves, Leavanny can be a threat under the sun, the place where it's most susceptible to being demolished. As for those new moves, with Sharpness and Unburden as new abilities, Leavanny can make good use of moves such as Night Slash. To this day, I still don't understand why Leavanny doesn't learn Night Slash, considering it can learn Shadow Claw, Aerial Ace, and Poison Jab. Although Leavanny would much rather use Knockoff for item removal, the high crit rate and power boost from Sharpness would give Night Slash a niche over Knockoff. Other slashing moves Leavanny would greatly appreciate are Psycho Cut to counter bulky poison types, Aqua Cutter to punish fire and rock types, and even Cross Poison as a powerful poison type move to deal good damage to fairy types as well as opposing grass types. Outside of those slicing based moves and some great moves that Leavanny can utilize incredibly well while receiving a stab boost would be U-turn for pivoting, Power Whip, Petal Blizzard, and Solar Blade as stronger grass type options over Leaf Blade, and lastly Dual Chop serves as a multi-hitting move that can strike dragon types, while Brick Break can serve as fighting coverage that can break opposing screens, while Cross Chop exchanges accuracy for extra power. The new moves allow Leavanny to dish out some serious damage to opponents that originally it couldn't hope to go toe-to-toe with before. But don't forget that Leavanny can support a team as well. With Sticky Web and Knockoff, Leavanny can be a niche Sticky Web setter that can remove the opponent's item. This combo gives Leavanny the slightest of niches. So why not try to give it some more utility moves? I see Leavanny being a good user of the move Trick. Swapping an opponent's item with your very own can serve to cripple the opponent while having the chance to buff yourself even further. And with a new speed stat of 108, yeah, I could see Leavanny being a solid user of the move. Another move Leavanny could use solidly could be Thunder Wave, crippling the opponent. Thunder Wave isn't too odd of a move, considering that Leavanny can learn Electro Web. And some other support moves Leavanny could utilize really well would be Heal Pulse to help heal an ally while playing into its Pokedex classification as the Nurturing Pokemon, Magic Coat to propel the opponent's hazards and status back at them, Synthesis and Morning Sun as forms of recovery, and finally, Simple Beam allows Leavanny to mess with tanky Pokemon it otherwise can't muscle through. Although it pains me to say Leavanny is not a good Pokemon, not even close to being good, I hope the buffs I provided for the Nurturing Pokemon in the form of new stats, Sharpness and Unburden as new abilities, and some new moves can be enough to propel this adorable bug to competitive success. But what do you guys think about these buffs? Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're down there, why not subscribe and tell me a Pokemon you would like to see get buffed next. And until next time, I'll catch you later.